Hey guys, it's Alex Perez here with Angler Sports Center, and we told you we're not going to leave you guys alone here. I know it's pretty much tough times out there, but hey, there's still some fishing, reports coming in, and pretty much just want to remind you guys, stay close to home. Don't travel, too far away from your general area. Only fish if you have to, if you're going to keep fish, because that's pretty much the law right now. Fish just for food. Besides that, there's pretty much limited things that you can kind of keep I guess in season right now, certain things. So just to remind you, crappie fishing is still pretty good. There's plenty of crappie areas or crappie holes, pretty much parks, areas like that you can go to in every general area where in the state where you can go catch a few crappie and keep them, Besides that, white perch is still pretty good all around, the area. Catfish are the thing right now if you want to catch them a little bit bigger, some, more exciting, I guess, for you guys seeking to catch, bigger fish. That's one thing. Besides that, snakehead. I mean, you guys know that snakehead fishing is pretty much kind of like what everybody wants to do right now. They're tasty, they fight pretty good. And besides that, nowadays, there's plenty of them everywhere in the state. Now, you don't have to go from Annapolis to Blackwater to catch a snakehead now. Now, yeah, that's the biggest place where you're going to find most of them, and some of the bigger ones, but there is some local places in this area. And just to touch on that, you can actually go through our Facebook and find one of our seminars, which is the Western Shore Snakeheads. If you're stuck in home, check that out, look at it. Myself and some of my co-workers here kind of did a seminar on that, and we gave out some great spots in this general Annapolis, Central Maryland area. So there's a couple spots there you can check out, and you can go try to fish for some snakeheads. And in most of those areas, there's also some other stuff like catfish and perch. So let's get to the fishing report right now. Obviously, catfish is pretty much like the biggest thing around this general area in Annapolis. A lot of channel cats, a lot of blue cats. It was kind of slow in the beginning of the week, since we did have a full moon cycle, and that kind of threw off the fishing throughout the area, not just catfish, but with snakeheads and a lot of other things. That kind of happens when the tides are really kind of, super high, and I know some areas were flooded and whatnot, so should be getting back to normal now. Besides that, typical areas, like I said, most of the parks are closed right now, so definitely can't really get out there unless you have some private beach areas in the Severn, Magathie, anywhere in those rivers. If you live on on the water pretty much in any of these places, you can cast out a rod with some cut LY. If you don't have that, chicken livers and some of the baits that if you actually have at home right now, probably hot dogs, chicken skin. I don't know if you're cleaning something. I don't know if you got chicken breast, something like that. Put it on there, throw it out there with a weight and a hook. Besides that, marshmallows, funny enough, and it keeps it kind of interesting. Have the kids do that and have fun, and you'll see those catfish kind of bite those weird baits out there. You don't necessarily need, the cut LY, the bloodworms and all of that, but I'm telling you, make it like a challenge thing and get out there and throw some weird baits out there, and you'll see them, bite that. Stop at McDonald's, get some chicken nuggets and throw them out there. You could even dip some barbecue sauce there. They might like it a little bit extra. But besides that, so catfishing, a lot of blue cats, channel cats, all that kind of stuff. White perch, same thing. Have the kids go in the yard, dig out some worms, some earthworms. That'll be great bait for them. And a lot of these places there is, bluegills and stuff like that, especially in the upper parts of the Magathie, Severn, Patapsco River, and all of that. Now, let's go into pretty much the white perch run kind of is done officially. There is some fish that are kind of weird and they're still up there, but most of those fish are going to be, as of now, kind of moving towards the main bay. So all up in the creeks, Tuckahoe, all those places will still have some white perch, not yellow perch, white perch. And same thing for everything on the western shore. Snakeheads. If you're on the eastern shore, it was a tough week, I guess, for most people out on the Blackwater area. Once again, it seems to be that the full moon affects them differently in this general area, especially with the high tides, those fish moving into the grass deep in there where you can't get to them. And it also shuts them off and there's a small narrow window during the high moon or full moon cycle. It kind of shuts them off, but there's a small window when they bite. So besides that, snakeheads are should be getting to the hot spring bite now before they start spawning. Same thing for this area here. Remember, Patuxent River throughout the area in the central, Maryland area has plenty of snakeheads. So anywhere that you can go into the Patuxent, there's always a chance you're going to catch snakeheads there. A couple ponds down in Lake Bowie have them, and a couple ponds down in southern Maryland will have some of those fish. And like I said, check out the seminar there, and you'll see a couple of those spots. Besides that, pretty much, crappie fishing is still good in all the local ponds where, there's a couple of those in central Maryland. Make sure you check before you go out there, because there is some areas where it's only catch and release and you're not allowed to keep the fish. So I'm pretty sure if you're fishing there, they'll, tell you to go home or something like that. And there's also some trout fishing around this general area here in central Maryland. Patapsco River, Little Patuxent, I believe there's still some trout in there, and obviously you but you're going to keep those trout. So that's a good way to go and get out of the house and go do some hiking / fishing and keep some of those fish. And that's pretty much all for the fishing report right now. Remember, stay safe. Don't travel too far or at all if you don't have to. Stay local. Stay, 6 foot apart from everybody if you're fishing out there. Don't be, right next to each other. Besides, no fisherman likes that anyways, So that's kind of like that unspoken rules of fishing. Don't be, shoulder to shoulder, because it doesn't end up pretty well. But besides that, stay safe, stay healthy. Of course, we're so close. We will keep you updated when we're going to be open. And we're going to bring you some more stuff throughout the week here, about fishing and what to do with yourself when you're stuck at home. So you guys have a good one. Stay healthy and have a good one.